Hey, what's up? I'm doing a short video on some Riven analysis, just some stuff that I was just looking up, thought might be helpful. One thing I've noticed that kind of differs from what we've been playing with in the past is masteries. So if you look at it, I'm kind of zoom in on here. You'll notice that Thunderlord's Decree has about a 70% pick rate, which is, you know, pretty pretty substantial. But the win rates are, about 50, which is good. Anything around 50 is fine. But I noticed over here the Fervor of Battle one actually has a higher win rate, which I think is kind of interesting. And so I looked at those, and honestly, it makes sense because with Riven, since all of her abilities scale with attack damage, Fervor Battle, if you're constantly auto attacking, so you only need like 4 auto attacks, it gives you this large amount of AD, which is very, very strong. And it's really helpful for skirmishing, for dueling like early on and stuff. And late game, it can get you up to 64 additional attack damage whenever you start a fight, which can make your abilities obviously do more damage, which is pretty good. One thing that I note that obviously is kind of hurts this Thunderlords. People aren't even picking the intelligence one that increases the cooldown of her abilities. So I'm guessing it's not that impactful. Some people are picking it, but it really lowers the win rate down quite a bit. And I think that was a big reason why we were going into it in the first place. So I think going to Fervor Battle is pretty helpful. Plus, you get the armor penetration, which is this was super helpful for Riven. Plus the AD scaling, which is really nice. So whenever I was doing this, I was checking high skill cap Riven players, and I found this person. I don't know who they are, but they're Diamond 1. You can see they're the top. It's probably hard to see with this video, but um, they're in like close to the top 1,000, and they play Riven almost exclusively, almost like over 800 games played, and they're actually using the Fervor Battle mastery page. So I was like, hey, it's probably worth a shot to try out. You see, they do the same build. They rush a Ghost Blade. This person actually gets a Dust Blade afterwards, but I don't know if that's consistently happening every single game. You can see this game they don't even get the Ghost Blade; they get a Black Cleaver. It probably depends on what they're playing against, honestly. Like this game, they rush a Black Cleaver, but they're laning against a Renekton. The previous game, they got a Ghost Blade, and they were laning against a Tryndamere. This game, they're laning against I'm guessing the Swain. I don't really know actually. Yeah, probably the Swain, and they rushed probably a Maul Mount Mortius. I'm guessing. I guess the AP. Yeah, got a Hex Drinker first. So using it's obviously very helpful. So that's something that you can kind of switch around with your Riven build. Seems like he goes Black Cleaver first very frequently. You can see that in almost every build. The Ghost Blade here, there's probably a reason for it. I'm not really sure what. And then obviously getting the Hex Drinker early, which you eventually build into the Maw Mortius against like an AP champion that can really pressure you due to their range and due to their spell spamming on you. Seems to be getting Death's Dance frequently. You can see that in several builds when he's winning. I'm not really seeing Ravenous Hydra a whole lot. He has it here, but I'm not really seeing it in a whole lot of places. Seems to be getting Death Stance, also seems to be getting a Mortal Reminder. Just really going for that penetration, that Grievous Wounds. It seems like a really strong skirmishing Riven build, so something maybe to look into. But I was just going to jump into how I would maybe practice. So one other thing that really needs to be worked on would be your farming and stuff, which is very helpful for getting you into the later parts of the game without having to get lots of kills. Kills are not that helpful. If you're snowballing, obviously they're helpful, but getting a couple kills here and there is great. But if you're not CSing, then they're pointless because you're not building a lead. You're staying with them. So say someone, I'm not sure the exact numbers, but say you get a kill and the other person has 30 more CS than you, they basically have more gold than you. So your kill means absolutely nothing at that point. It's keeping you even, but if you're not CSing, then you're not staying ahead. So something to think about. So whenever I'm doing this, I'm on Garrett's account, but whenever I'm doing this, I'm going to go against a Renekton on intermediate, and I'll kind of show you how I would practice against this. So I'm just going to get Riven. I went ahead and built that mastery page that I saw on there. Then I'm just going to grab the physical one, grab teleport, lock this in. Notice a lot of most common items built with this were the 2 Doran's items. I really probably wouldn't get a longsword anymore, just because it's really good against certain matchups, but you really have to know the matchups in order to abuse it correctly. The Doran's Blade helps with sustainability, gives you a little bit extra health. Doran's Shield gives you a lot of sustainability if you think you're going to get bullied. So against a Renekton, if you think you're going to get bullied, build a Doran's Shield. It's just going to help you survive. If you need the sustainability, if you can fight him, get a Doran's Blade, and then you'll be okay. So practice tool loads in. The bots always go bot lane, so I know obviously you'll be top in most situations, but don't worry about it here. I need to update this build big time. So I'm just going to start with a Doran's Shield just to kind of show off why it's useful. Get a health pot, get a warding totem. So I'm just going to run a lane, and you can actually go here, and you can actually skip, fast forward a little bit if you want to hurry up the minion spawn and stuff. So all I'm going to do when I'm practicing the CSing is I'm not going to fight him at all. I'm gonna let him do whatever he wants, and I'm just gonna last hit the minions. I'm not even gonna really use my abilities that much unless I need to last hit a minion or I need to get away from him. That's all I'm gonna be doing. See, because they're not gonna play super aggressive, so it's not really that big of a deal. But they will try to put some pressure on you eventually. I'll miss that one. Oh, kind of got in the way on that one. Not going to fight him at all. That's all I'm doing. He might put some damage into me. I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to literally stand here and let the minions just die to the tower. If he comes in on me, then I'm just going to run away. Whatever. And you could go in a little bit closer and try to get those, but it'd be a little dangerous, so. All I'm doing. Oh, missed that one. See, I'm not CSing very well at all right now. Really at all. But it's it's fine. When you practice doing this, you'll get really good at it. I'm literally just ignoring him. And then what it's doing is just you have to pay attention if he goes in on you. I'm not letting him really get a chance to fight me. I'm just literally standing here and CSing. Oh, I missed that one too. See, they're not really going to be that aggressive on you. They really won't. Oh, down. I'm not going to fight him. I'm just going to stand here. If he chases me, he chases me. I don't really care. I'm just going to do this until 10 minutes. He probably won't go back. If he does and he has an item up on me, then that's just going to kind of be playing from behind. Still have my health pot. So now I'm, obviously this would be very risky. You wouldn't want to be in this situation, but it's good to know how to play. These are going to push, so I don't have to worry about it too much. You know, 5 minutes in, I have 30 CS. You know, it's, like I said, it's not a ton. He's going aggressive on me, so I really just wanted to kind of stand back. This is going to push into me now, so that's all. I mean, that's all I'm going to do. I'm low. Obviously, you want to go back in this situation, probably if you're this low. but not a big deal. Or just CSing against the turret. I didn't get a whole lot there, which is fine. I only play Riven, so just something to practice. Oh. I want that cannon minion. Remember that you're getting your empowered. Use an ability and then last hit, you're going to have an empowered auto attack, so it's a little bit stronger. What's going on me here? No, thank you, Mr. Rennington. Don't want that. I'm lucky these are not in turret range. It's fine. He could ignite me, honestly, and probably kill me if he has it. I'm just playing safe. Oh, messed that up. I didn't get that one either. Yeah, he could definitely kill me. Alright, so I have about 57 minutes. Not really, but about 7.5. But I definitely can't fight him. Like, look how much health he has. Like, I would obviously want to go back here. So I'm just trying to get as much CS without dying, without going back. That's all I'm doing. He's gonna ignite me here. Yep, there it is. Alright. So obviously I would not be able to fight this anymore, so I'm just gonna go back. I'm definitely gonna die. So I'm just gonna go back. If you want to get like an item, like you get a Caulfield's early, that's great. Get an extra longsword. This is just gonna make it farming for you incredibly easier, which is why I don't like to buy these items, because then it kind of defeats the purpose of learning the last hit whenever you're kind of low on the damage spectrum. This makes it a lot easier. But still, because you don't only have to go back, super early if you don't have to. Like a little mini game. Just farming, Rennington. If you stand next to me when I'm farming, then you're gonna get hit. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hit you. Oh, I want to get that one. He stunned me. Ah, I'm so bad. What a dummy. All right, so it's 9:30. I had 71 CS. Like I said, that's not like great, but that's like already more than you get in some of your games. So if you practice this and you get at that, you can vastly improve your CSing. But you can see how far I was playing from behind that whole time. Oh, the turret's gonna shoot me. If you're actually trying to fight him, then yeah, sure, maybe you'll get you actually be able to kill him, maybe get some free CS, something else might have, I don't know. But it's getting skirmishes and trying to fight the entire time early, and then you're sitting at like 25 CS at 10 minutes is terrible, because then you're not going to get anything out of it. If you get first blood, sure, you get 500 gold, but someone who farms like 4 waves will also get that. So it's not like it's not really like it's that worth it. So hopefully that's kind of helpful. Just like that's how I practice when I'm learning a champ and trying to figure out their last hitting and stuff. Ends up helping out a lot because you get really, really good at the first 10 minutes. Because after the first 10 minutes, like that's just when the early game's kind of over. It's kind of shifting into mid game. You're gonna have to know a lot more about how to, play the champion rather than just have like last hit and skirmish early on. So yeah, that's all I got for you. But this is probably a longer video, like 15 minutes. Golly gee. All right. But yeah, that's all I got.